Alright guys, I wanted to go over the test review with y'all. So, uh, 4 students are each trying to raise the same amount of money for a field trip or a class trip. The table shows how much of each student's goals have been met, which list shows the numbers in the table in order from least to greatest. So anytime you're putting numbers in a certain order, you have to put them in the same format. So, Chelsea, 0.7, so that's a decimal. I would always do decimal. 2/3. 2/3 is not a decimal, but how can you get it into a decimal? You can do 2 divided by 3, which gives you 0.66. 5/8. So you would do the same thing you did for 2/3. 5 divided by 8 equals, I believe, 0.625. All right, and you have 65%. And for 65%, anytime it's a percent, you just move your decimal 2 times to the left. So that makes 0.65. So we have 0.62, 0.625, 0.65, 0.66, and 0.7. So least to greatest, which one is the least? So 0.7 is automatically out because we have all these 0.6s. Sorry, my dog is in my room making noise. So then you go for the second number. So this one's a 2, this one's a 6, and this one's a 5. So your 2 would be the lowest number, which would be 5/8. So that go ahead and cancels out A and B. Then your next one would be 0.65, which would be C. All right, going to number, let's see, which Venn diagram correctly describes the relationship between the set of integers z and the set of whole numbers? All right, so the main thing I would focus on is actually reading it and not really looking at the Venn diagram, because all whole numbers are integers. So I would ask myself, are all whole numbers integers? Because if you remember, whole numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on and so forth. And integers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but it's also negatives. So could all whole numbers be integers? Yes. So you wouldn't even have to read those, which I still would. Read the rest of B, C, and D, but I still would. But for time purposes, I'm not. Let's see. 6, you do the same thing. So, microscopic cell measure, 3.8 times 10 to the negative 4. So 3.8. Remember the exponent, the negative 4 tells us how many times we're moving the decimal. So we're moving it 4 times to the left, since it's a negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just put zeros in the humps, which just would give us 0.0038. And do the same thing for number 8. Let's see, I'm trying to do like a crash course for some of you guys. Don't get tricked if it asks you which of these temperatures is the coldest or the warmest. Number 16. 16 is a good one to end on. Which of the following numbers is an irrational number? So you would ask yourself, can you put it into a ratio? Because if you can, that tells you it is a rational number. So you go F, 3/4. Well, that's already a ratio, so it can't be F, because F is rational. G, you do the square root of 225, which would be 15. 15 times 15 equals 225. H, what's the square root of 17? It's going to be some really long number, like because 4 times 4 is 16, and 5 times 5 is 25. So if you do it in your calculator, which here, I'll do it real quick. For the square root of 17, 4.1 and forever. So that would be irrational because we don't know when it ends. So you might ask, well, what about J? So this is the 10th place, right? Hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. So if you're going to write this as a fraction for j, it would be 175 2,845 all over 10,000. So therefore, since you can put this as a ratio, j would be rational. All right, hopefully this helps. Uh-oh. I don't know what I did. But anyway, I hope this helps. If not, let me know. You can use a calculator for your test. I know some of you guys don't have calculators, but mainly it's just adding and subtracting. I'll work on getting with you guys about a calculator. I can drop it in the Dropbox or something like that outside the school. Just let me know and we'll figure something out. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great day and good luck.